What we talk about heavily, guys, in here is the concept of different aspects of this sport, and a lot of them I call gimmicks. They become aspects after we understand balance and rhythm, but the most important is balance. Balance, any movement starts with what? A base step, right? The base is the foundation. Like a house, the foundation is everything. If you fuck the foundation up, don't even bother building the house because it's going to look like shit or it's going to collapse on itself. So don't even bother, and don't mind my daughter in the background. She's just as smart as I am. Anywho, so a drill that I like to address, right, very early on with my students is the idea of how we use our hips, right? Our hips, like we talked about in the last video, are the largest leverage point of our body. They're our body's engine. They generate all of our power, and it's where all our power comes from. We just need to figure out how to get them involved properly in all of our movements. So, a big issue that we have in America and Western kicking in general, in my opinion, okay, is that we think too much about pivoting and twisting our hips and not enough about opening and driving our hips, right? Every single explosive and power movement that our hips make in any other sport, powerlifting, football, swinging a baseball bat, a baseball club, it comes from a drive of the hips, not a twist and a rotation. Twist and rotation is a completely different type of movement. If we want to generate power, we want to drive our hips. So, we start in our stance, right? Good balance-based stance with our engine, our power source, pointed at whatever our target is. That is going to be the bag in a second, right? And I just want you guys, forget about our upper body right now. Let's just put our hands behind our back and focus on our balance and focus on our base. Because again, if we screw up the base, there's no point in anything else even happening because it's going to collapse. Listen to what my daughter has to say, okay? So, when getting started, guys, all right, I need to position myself again so that my core, my center line, my engine, my power is pointed directly at my target. I'm in line with what it is that I want to destroy. Hands behind our back, right? There's a purpose that it's behind our back and not in front because I really want to test my balance here. Because what's the most important aspect? Balance. Now, we're going to take a drive step, right? Drive step means we're going to push from the back into our base step, right? Now, again, a base step is just us positioning our feet so we can start to transition our weight through our target, okay? So I'm pushing into my base step, right? So I can position my knee at an angle that I can drive my hips in the same direction. If my knee stays pointed straight forward, now when I drive my hips, my weapon becomes a knee instead of a kick. That's all based on angle, right? And positioning of my base step. So, when we're doing this drill, hands behind our back, I'm not worried about speed or power. All I'm worried about is being rhythmic and balanced, okay? Just keep your rhythm, okay? Find a good, decent rhythm. Keep your target pointed, right? At your source of power, your engine, right? Hands behind our back. We're gonna push into our base step. Point your knee at whatever it is that you want to kick, because wherever your knee goes, when you drive your shins through your target with an open base step, your shin and foot have to follow behind wherever your knee is pointed, okay? So, we're going to transition our weight being our head and shoulders, over our base step while we drive our hips up and into our target, okay? Bang, beginning of a base step for a kick.